Okay, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a reading for fire signs today. That is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And Sun, Moon, Rising. Or if you just resonate with the title, you might not have any fire in any major placements in your chart, and this could still resonate. And that is my intention, that there is something here for anyone who comes along and views this channel. So welcome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to do my usual thing, of late at least, Wisdom of the Oracle. I've already chosen 3 cards, and then I will clarify with some other decks. And yeah, make it super fun. Mad Soul Tarot's in the house. Welcome. a fire sign, in fact. Yes. All right. So we're going to start off with the Orphaned card in protection position. It's actually really interesting. This figure has a carrot nose, and I've chosen this card for fire signs at least once or twice, not too long ago. And in fact, a friend who happens to be a Sagittarius, I had tuned into the video and was like, oh, I think that could be like, because I had said a carrot nose, the only thing I can think of is like a snowman. I don't know what that's about. And he was like, no, I see this as like the snow is melting. And, it's kind of I don't know, paraphrase. It's kind of like the icy cold that's been around you or has been around a person is melting and is leaving this person feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold in a sense, feeling so sad. And yet it's also really good because it's melting away that icy frozenness around her and around you. And so particularly in the protection position, this card is speaking to a general feeling of abandonment. And it could be that there are things from your past, people from your past who you are clinging to so tightly that have ultimately not really served you, have kind of continually left you in this feeling of being left out in the cold, being abandoned. It could also speak to abandoning yourself. And when we choose situations and people in our life that don't serve us, that aren't in alignment, we are in essence abandoning ourselves because we are not listening to our intuition and what we know deep down is actually good for us and not so good for us. And this card in this protection position is like, okay, you need to get really clear on who's with you and who's not so much. And remember that just because maybe you've encountered certain people in the past or you've had a habit of attracting certain people into your life, that doesn't mean that everyone is that way, that you are going to continue to always find those types of people. That by going within and again, like tapping in to your deepest, truest knowing, that will help you to get clear on what you do in fact deserve and don't deserve, and what you are willing and not willing to put up with. And we have the Mending card next. And these two, I feel like, go hand in hand, because it's about needing to release the past, needing to heal, needing to mend whatever rifts there might be. Forgive yourself, forgive other people. Everyone is always doing the best they can with what they've got and what they know in any given situation, in any moment, and and yourself as well, and realizing that whatever has happened in the past, there was a major lesson to be learned, and to take the lesson and bless whatever's happened, and then turn and move forward. And that could be with people that things have not worked out with in the past, and it could be, again, releasing and moving towards um, people and situations that do fulfill you, that are in alignment. And then you have the here and now card. And I feel like this speaks to this need to go within and get present to what has brought you to this point in your life. What beliefs, ideas, attitudes, what's not serving you. And by being in the here and now, by spending the time just being present with what's coming up for you, I think particularly around past situations, allows you to access, gives you a glimpse into what is to come, that can actually be different than what you've experienced before. And I think of this like, the egg represents something that is going to hatch, right? It's something that's going to come out of the situation that you've been. And this is you sitting on the egg, kind of incubating it. And by being present in the here and now, it's providing you this little window into what's coming down the pipeline, knowing that there is something really beautiful, really amazing that's going to hatch out of this egg, out of you being present, being in the here and now, focusing on what's in front of you, focusing on what really fulfills you, what inspires you. She's up here just like hanging out, kind of looks like, I don't know, she's not exactly meditating, but you know, that's one of the things about meditation, is that it allows you to get clear, because you're consistently bringing your focus back to the present moment, and that it kind of trains your brain to remember that right here is all there is, and to know that the past and the future don't actually exist. They're great for lessons and for setting goals, but mainly your power is in the now, right? So, all right, let's clarify. I'm gonna shuffle. I am clarifying to begin with the Good Tarot. I really like this deck. Someday I will get more decks and change things up a bit, but for now, this is like my learner's deck. This has been a really fun one to learn from, and then I will move on to something else. All right, Emperor. The Emperor, I feel like it's stepping in to your own your own authority, your own power. You know, the Emperor is very much like knows himself and is able to put himself forward as he needs to say what he needs to say. The Emperor in this deck is holding the sword. So it's like embodying this inner strength and knowing that you have the ability to cut through and cut away whatever does not serve you in whatever again, something around the past, something around an old way of showing up, an old attitude, an old way of believing. Mama Lena, hello, welcome. Welcome. Okay. So the next, ooh, is that Aries? Are you an Aries? I'm still learning the astrological symbols. Nice. Messenger of Earth. Very hardworking, very trustworthy, also persistent, persistent and consistent, down to earth, very, very just, I feel like this is really speaking to being in your body. I think that by being in your body, taking the time to be in the present moment and really going within, like you have to be in your body. And Priyanka is here. Hello, welcome. It allows you getting into your body rather than being up here in the mind or out, you know, whatever. It's like it's settling in to your knowing, your deepest, most authentic part of yourself. Because yeah, we are connected in all these different ways. Our mind, our emotions, our spirit, our body, it's all part of the whole. And yeah, coming into this place of having the body knowing, letting your body tell you what is right for you and what is not. Usually, if you can get in touch with that part of yourself, you start to get the little hints that your body sends you. You know, you think about somebody and you get a little twinge in your stomach, or, you know, a little something in your heart or your neck, or, you know, wherever it shows up, versus, you know, like someone who's not in alignment, for example, versus somebody who you really resonate with, who you know totally has your back. It's a completely different feeling in your body when you think about them. And she's got the antlers, which can represent antenna and tuning in to what works for you and what doesn't. And then the Four of Water. This one is not sticking very well for me. I will get this eventually. Fours typically are about like stability, structure. Water is about emotions. Dreaming and introspection and contemplation. Trusting in the abundance of opportunities. So taking the time to get into your body, to meditate, introspection, self-reflection, being in the present moment, And that allows you to become aware of where you've been and where you want to go. Allowing where you've been to be your compass to point towards your true north, towards the opposite of whatever's going to actually be fulfilling. And knowing that there's so much good, there's so much abundance that is available to anyone who's open to it. And I think this is about learning to be open to all of the opportunities, to all of the possibilities. But it comes back to you, and not abandoning yourself. I am having trouble getting words out today. Showing up for yourself, knowing that if you've ever felt abandoned before, that there was a lesson in it, and you don't need to continue to abandon yourself because it is a part of the story. I think we get caught up in the story of what's happened to us and think that that is who we are. And it's like, no, that's just it's a part of what's gotten you to where you're at now, but it doesn't mean it's who you are. And you can choose to show up differently in any given moment. You can choose to release, you can choose to free yourself, because forgiveness is freedom. It releases you from the stuckness, being stuck to what doesn't serve you. All right. Looking good. Looking good, fire signs. Okay, so now I'm going to clarify with Osho Zen. Osho Zen Tarot. Stress. Yeah, this card keeps coming up. This is self-inflicted stress. Like right away, I look at this card and I'm like, oh, this is everything that you have been dealing with in your past. And thinking that you need to keep all the things in the air and do all the things. And, meanwhile, here's this monkey who happens to be tied to the foot. So it's like, it could be a part of yourself, could be that part that's, the self-sabotaging part, could be one thing I kind of get from it is like, maybe the monkey is like the universe. And it's like, okay, you've had too much going on for too long, and you need to drop it. And if you do not step down from this bubble right now, I'm going to pop it. I'm going to make you make you drop everything. And so you have a choice right now. You have a choice to step down and just release. And know that you don't have to do this to yourself. Traveling. I feel like this is an inward traveling, an inward journey towards knowing what's right and what's not. It could speak to literal travel as well. Sometimes getting out of our usual and our normal environment kind of helps us to separate from all the reminders and the things that kind of keep us in the same kind of thought loops and thought patterns. Can allow you to open up, expand yourself to new ideas, new thoughts, just by having that change of scenery. But very much, I feel like this is the journey within that you are going on, that allows you to move forward in a way that really, that is much more positive, that really uplifts you. serves you? Oh, feeling guilt. Feeling guilt may be about releasing, having to move on. This card is, it's like having been in a situation where you've abandoned yourself by allowing yourself to stay in a situation that does not serve you, that has not served you. Knowing, getting the message that yes, it is time to show up for yourself, that it's not about the others. It's about you. At the end of the day, it always comes back to you. But there's a feeling of like, but I love this person. But if I leave them, what's going to happen? You know, they depend on me. They expect things from me. They, you know, whatever the guilt is about, it's weighing heavy on you. And maybe that's what you're meant to encounter and meant to focus on as you go within, as you do this, go on this inner journey. And this is kind of your antidote, is understanding, like being in the present, being in the here and now, allowing yourself to get in touch with what you know to be true for you. No one else knows but you. And know that you can mend and forgive, but that ultimately you gotta have your own back first and foremost. And you can release the guilt. Guilt does not serve anyone, least of all yourself. So, you know, as you move forward, you do not need to be, you don't need to, how do I say this? It can be scary to move on, to leave others behind, to feel like you're being selfish in some reason. But in this card, you know, she's all caught up. And again, this is kind of caught up in the mind. It's a mind card. But here at the top, we have the flowers. It's about new life. It's about something blooming. It's that when you can go beyond these dark clouds, you get to what is truly in alignment for you, what is really, I keep saying it, what's going to uplift you, bring you to your happy place. Okay. Let's dive into the numerology cards. Numerology guidance deck, I think it is. Michelle Cannon. Shuffling and healing. Yep, it's a time of healing. Healing the past, healing yourself from the past, knowing that you can move in a direction that feels good. You don't need to tie yourself to what doesn't feel good. You can let go. Healing allows you to step down from the bubble, to drop all the things. Okay. And health. Healing and health. You are on this journey of healing, and one of the things to do is to focus on your health in all its forms. I just chose this card for, was it yesterday, for earth signs? You know, health is about your physical health. You know, really taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. When you do the things that your body really needs, it actually again, we're all connected. So like eating better, drinking more water, moving your body, it literally affects your mind. It changes your brain chemistry. When you're dumping a bunch of crap in your body, it literally messes you up, with your mind. Sugar, for example, a, a sugar crash can be directly linked with like anxiety issues. When you have that feeling of like, that can come from a sugar crash. So just being really aware of how you're treating yourself and how it's affecting you. Get in touch with, like, start noticing, oh, when I do this thing or don't do this thing, how do I feel in some period of time, a half an hour, an hour? If you're sitting all the time, how do you feel versus when you go out and take a walk and get outside in nature and breathe some air? There is a difference. And I think it's getting in touch with your body, getting yourself grounded within yourself and understanding the connection to all the different parts of yourself through how you show up for yourself. Yeah, this keeps coming back to like not abandoning yourself anymore. You have abandoned yourself for way too long. It's time to put yourself first. Completion. Coming to the completion of wherever you've been at. This has been a phase, maybe a long phase, a long cycle in your life of not showing up for yourself, not making yourself the priority. Coming to the completion of that and understanding that you are the most important thing in your life because you are the center of your universe. And completing whatever the cycle is and doing the mending, doing the healing moves you to a new place of fulfillment, of beauty, of health, of all the things. It's nice. It's very nice. Okay. So, where are we at? All right. I'm going to do a little cherry on top with my Oracle of E deck. Oracle of E, what do we need to know for our fire signs? Free fallen. I'm immediately drawn to the stress card. It might feel like stepping off this bubble and dropping all the things, you're gonna just, something bad is gonna come of it. But in fact, it's allowing yourself to surrender, to know that you don't have to keep all the things in the air anymore. You don't need to try and stay precariously balanced on something that is most likely going to be popped anyway. A lot of fives here, I'm noticing. Book. It doesn't get much better than this. Deep, radical trust that appearances mean nothing and that you and only you are the captain of your ship. Yep, just what I've been saying. What you say goes. You are in unrestrained motion and unseen forces are awaiting your command. Yeah. Know that you have the power. In every moment, you have the power. If you don't like what's showing up in your life, you can change it. You really can. It might not be easy, but Not a lot of things in life are. And when you can overcome things, especially the ones that aren't so easy, I mean, that gives you a really amazing sense of empowerment at your service. Another five. Fives are like, you know, going from, it's that in between place between what was and what will be. And I feel like this is you being in that place of like looking at the past, seeing what serves and doesn't serve, and then turning and looking into the future, taking that lesson with you or those lessons and moving into what will fulfill you. And this is knowing that the universe has your back, that all you have to do is ask. In the free fallen card too, it's the same thing. You by going within, connecting with your intuition, that is your direct line to your higher power. That is your higher power. We all have it within us. And I keep, this kind of thing of out, like our higher powers outside of us. It's not outside of us. It's actually within. We have it all within us. So empower yourself. Remember that you have it. You have it within yourself. I'm not even going to bother reading that. Everything is beautiful. What? Another five? All three of these are fives. Uh-huh. Yeah, you are at this, it almost feels like a crossroads. And by moving away from the old and what doesn't serve and moving into the new, this is where you're moving towards. And knowing that everything is beautiful no matter what. And even the stuff that doesn't feel totally beautiful, there's a beautiful gift within it. And you can use that and take that with you. Changing your perception. There's this great quote, and I cannot remember how it goes, but it's like changing what you look at changes how things look, or something like that. So if you're used to kind of like looking at things as the glass is half empty, like try and shift your perspective. Try and see the beauty of things, the gift in things. There is always a silver lining. You're always being moved towards whatever's going to uplift you and fulfill you. Even if it doesn't feel like it in this moment. You'll get through it. You'll get on the other side, and then you'll be like, oh, yeah, actually that was good that happened. So, okay. That's it. That's it for the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and night and tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And like and subscribe. Oh, and the Aries just got here. Bye. See you next time.